Radio's front yard. Come on down the sidewalk here to the front porch of the headquarters house. Walk through the screen door down the hallway past all those family photos of the folks that have lived here at the headquarters house that are kin to me. And we'll sit at my Granny Marble's kitchen table. And we'll have one of Hop Sink's chicken fried steak, jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad lunch. I will be pouring the iced tea here in just a bit, but first, let's take a gander at ag weather, courtesy of the National Weather Service. We'll start up in the very northwestern portion of down on the farm country and move to the southeast. So we're going to cover an area from Aspermont all the way down to Corpus Christi. Taking a look at that National Weather Service office in San Angelo. Today we're looking for a 81 and a chance of scattered showers in Abilene, an 82 and a chance of scattered showers in San Angelo. Drier 81 in Ozona, drier 81 in Sonora, drier 81 in Junction. Tomorrow, a few clouds, very few, a lot of sun. Highs 84 to 86, lows say 58 to 60. As we move toward the south and to the east, we're looking for a partly cloudy and warm day. Rock Springs 81, Hondo 81, Pleasanton 87. A little fog, believe it or not, early this morning in places like Cuero or LaGrange, 88. And 85 in Llano and 86 in Georgetown. As we look toward tomorrow in that area, mostly sunny skies, a few clouds. Lows 60 to 67. The highs say 84 to 90. Neighbor, there's a good look at weather across a pretty wide swath of down on the farm country. Neighbor, I'll pour the iced tea while we take a look at those commodities of ag interest. December corn, 533 and a half, up down 5 3/4. November soybeans, 12.29, even money, down 16 and a half. Deese bean meal, 324.10, down 4.30. Your December Kansas City hard red winter wheat, down 11 and a quarter at 7.48 and a half. December West Texas Intermediate crude down $2.19 at $81.52. December gold down $3.40 at $1,781.50 by the ounce. December live cattle down $77.50 at $129.75. January feeder cattle down 12.5, $160.35. December lean hogs down $207, $73.95. And your December number 2 cotton down $307 at $107.66. December U.S. dollar index up 7.5 at 93.60. Neighbor, everything's down. Looks like the inflation bug has got a hold of our commodities of ag interest. But I tell you what, I'll pour you another glass of sweet tea, and it'll sweeten everything up, even a down commodity day. Neighbor, now it's time for today's edition of Texas Focus on Ag. Tom Nicoletti's at the mic. He's brought to you by your local Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Company. Tom, what's our topic?
About 90% of Texas corn has been harvested. I'm Tom Nicoletti with Focus on Agriculture from the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
For today's program, we go up to the Plainview area on the South Plains, and we visit with Jacob Richburg. He is a field agronomist with Pioneer. And Jacob, when we talk about the remaining corn that needs to be harvested, that's pretty much the crop in your region of the state on the Texas South Plains and maybe into far west Texas. Tell us about the crop in your region and how it's fared this year.
So our early stuff has done exceptionally well. What seemed going into the year was going to be a very dry, drought-stricken year similar to last year turned around there in late May, and June and July offered some much-needed rain. Some of this later stuff that was planted more into the June time frame struggled a little bit more. Seems like we got hot and dry in the late part of July, August, September, but overall still a crop that has been very good in comparison to recent years.
All of the Pioneer crops that you're talking about are irrigated. What type of yields are farmers reporting to you?
So that varies as you get in our good water areas, Castro County, in those areas. We're looking at 260 to 300 bushel per acre farm averages. As you move to some of the more limited irrigation spots where we don't have quite as much irrigation water, we're still above average in that 220, 250 range. Very good yield compared to some recent years.
The harvest will continue for a number of weeks before it's completed in your region?
We're going to have a few more weeks. Some of this later planted corn, waiting on it to dry down, as well as got some late planted silage corn that's still coming out. But I would expect the next week to 2 weeks for corn harvest to wrap up.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans in all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
That is Pioneer Field agronomist Jacob Richburg. I'm Tom Nicoletti with the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
Neighbor Hop Sings got your chicken fried steak, jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad plated. I've got you a glass of sweet tea, unsweet tea, or coffee. There's a half and half there if you need a little bit of cream in your coffee. And Wayne Geiswhite's got a livestock market report for us. Cattle sale in Fredericksburg. Wayne, how did it go Wednesday?
Well, we had a good sale today, Larry. It's quite a difference in what we've seen the last 3 or 4 or 5 weeks. Ended up right on top of 1,500. Cow market is probably 1 or 2 higher. So the really better cows, bring 60 to 1 high yielding, 2 high yielding cows bring the low 70s. A lot of the other plainer kind of cows, 50 to 55. Of course, the lightweight cows way back from there. Calf market was just quite a bit higher in spots. Center down steers probably $4 to $8 higher. Colts may not be that much higher because last week I was quoting 400 pounders, where this week it'll be up to 450 or 60, bring up to $2. 3 weights up to 312 and a half. 5 weights up in the low 180s or mid 180s. 6 weights right on top of 150. And lots of 550 or 560 or 70 pound steers bring up to 160. And the heifers were just quite a bit higher. A lot of 4-weight heifers, bringing the 40s, even so one up in the mid 160s. 5 weights, a lot of them bringing 35 to 45. Last few weeks they've been in the low to mid 30s. 6 weights up in the low 130s. 7 weights, even so some 7-weight heifers, pretty darn close to 130. It was just quite a bit better all the way through. It looked like the buyers weren't quite as picky. But, of course, you run a defect in or something that was thin and didn't look right, well, just didn't have many takers on that kind.
What are we going to see next week?
Well, I'm sure we'll get another good run. We've got hunting season a couple of weeks off, and so people are going to be selling these cattle. Sure we'll get a good run of sheep and goats also.
Wayne Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
We're at 830-997-4394.
We're on the line from D&D with Wade Floyd. Wade, Purina's got some excellent fly control products, and one of them's a feed-through, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is a loose mineral that we like to put out. It's going to be a 1275 mineral, and it does have that insect IGR in it.
All right, and y'all sell that in a 50-pound bag?
Yes, sir. We have it in a 50-pound bag, and then we also have it in a molasses tub that will come in 225 pounds, also a 125-pound tub.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wade. They're at D&D in Seguin.
Yes, sir. They can stop by and see us, or they can just give me a shout at 830-379-7340.
Neighbor, it's about time to go back to the field or pasture, so grab yourself a bottle of ice water. Don't want you getting dehydrated. Need you back to eat Kolach at 3:45. Checking the grains. Milo through Corpus in October, D's plus 85, 11.15. Yellow corn through Corpus in October, D's plus 90, 6.29 and a quarter. Hard red winter wheat through Houston in October, D's plus 70, 8.29 and 3/4. And number 1 beans in October to Houston, November less 20, 12.25 and 1/2. We moved 5,009 bale of East Texas, Oklahoma cotton yesterday, along with some from West Texas. Again, that total 5,009 bale. 107.48 to 110.48, average 108.98. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. Not an average one. No brag, just fact. The best darn farm show. I'm Larry Marble, and it's all possible because of you, the best darn listener in the state of Texas. We'll see you back at 3:45 for Hop Sings Kolach. God bless. Be careful. Take care. See you down the road.